Yay Networks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Perfect Pair Podcast. Rock T is who I be.
And I'm Crystal, Rock T's better half.
She sure is. You better believe it. Look at that fine woman over there.
Oh, God. I knew it was coming that time.
What we can talk about? What? That didn't come out right. Give me a drink of water. Try that all over again. Hold on.
Rocky.
All right. So, what are we talking about this time, darling Pooh?
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Falling in love and staying in love are two different things.
Ooh. Say that one more time.
Falling in love and staying in love are two different things.
Write that down, Jack.
Yeah. Are we
Okay.
just going to start talking about it now or what?
We can get into it like in about 5, 4,
Oh, my gosh, Rocky.
3, 2,
Really? Oh, my. Don't do it.
and 1. You know how to keep a idiot in suspense?
Okay. What was I talking about?
You know how to keep an idiot in suspense?
Rocky, I don't want to play this because I fall for it every time. And I don't know why I do it. And don't do me like that either. So, okay. Rocky, stop it. He's such an ass. I already know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
What?
People want to start to listen to the podcast and what we're talking about, not what you're trying to do to me right now.
All right, go ahead.
What was I talking about?
The title.
Oh, yeah. Falling in love and staying in love are two different things. Babe, quit playing.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, my gosh.
So which one we going to break down first? Falling in love and
yeah.
staying in. Okay,
Falling in love. What is falling in love?
go ahead and break it down to him.
Falling in love, I feel like, is that, you know, whenever you're first getting to know someone, you realize you got a connection, you're dating, and it's that honeymoon phase of what y'all starting to get together where you're like, I just love this person. You're dating, you get into a serious relationship, then y'all go into, we're going to get married. And I feel like all of that is still falling in love. Like, because you're falling in love in different phases. You go from meeting, from vibing together to dating, then to, okay, we're going to be exclusive, to I'm ready to marry this person. That whole process is, to me, is just amazing of falling in love. But also, I think a lot of people do the falling in love during a dating process, and once that's over is the reason why they can never go to the next level.
Bingo, that part.
Because now after you've fallen in love and y'all have gotten to be together for a while, y'all getting to know each other, y'all been living together for a while, even if you even got married yet, you get to a point where now you got to start saying, like, how can we stay in love? And I feel like so many of us are getting a divorce because we don't know how to stay in love.
Right. So let's stay there for a second. Falling in love. You're right. You just described the beginning phase of your relationship when you reach love status.
Right.
And in my opinion, one of the biggest components of falling in love is also learning the person while you're falling in love with them.
Right.
Because if you just get caught up in the physical attraction,
right.
if you just get caught up
Because that's going to change. I hate to tell y'all,
Come on.
everybody on here, you are going to change as you get older.
man, as you're falling
Just
in
go
love,
ahead.
guys
Your
and
butt-
gals,
Your looks.
make sure that you're learning that person at the same time, learning their ways, learning their habits. Pay attention to the details. Because if you fall in love fast, we fell in love pretty fast.
We did.
If you fall in love fast, you're going to hit a whole bunch of bumps in the road that you could have prevented if you would have learned some of the patterns of the person that you're falling in love with.
And we say that all the time about each other because
So?
we went hard and then them speed bumps hit hard.
It
You
wasn't
hear
even,
me?
you know how you slow down, speed bump is coming, then you go over slow. It was like, boom,
Right.
zing, boom. Tearing them tires up. Rims all bent up.
He ain't lying. No, y'all, he's not. I'm so ashamed to
But
say it. But it was.
Yeah, man.
Right. It was.
A
because,
bunch of, I thought you didn't, how come
Right.
you changed? You don't act the same, bro.
Right.
We didn't take the time to learn as you go.
Right. No, seriously. Like, he's right about that. And I think we all get caught up in the physical appearance a lot of times, too, thinking this person's going to stay looking like this. Like, let's be for real. Be honest with yourself, because when you start learning to love that person of who they are, their ways, if they are really compatible with you, that's what's going to keep you staying in love, in my opinion. Like you said, when you're learning to love someone. So I was asked a question. The reason why I said this, because I was asked a question like, so why is it that after like 6 months or after almost a year, I can never I'm bored. I want to move on. I want to move to something else. And to me, I'm like, as I know this person quite well. So I'm like, I just feel like you're in the process of just, when the falling in love part have stopped, it's like, it's not exciting to you no more. So you just want to go off and do something else to have that all over again.
In my opinion, you didn't really fall in love. You fell in lust.
Well, no, because I can see what it's like to fall in love with someone like that and then stop. And let me explain why I say this. Because you got people that's been married and then they divorce after 20-something years. You are 16 or 17. You know, we have a friend that just divorced after 17 years of being with someone. It's like, how does that happen? And ask me, how is it that you're staying in love? How are you still in this honeymoon phase? Because they heard our podcast.
Right.
I was saying we're in this honeymoon phase. And I was like, Rocky says honeymoon phase. To me, I feel like we're staying in love. We're choosing to stay in love.
Same thing.
Right. I mean, but to me, honeymoon phase is really just at the beginning in my mind. But I feel like we are saying the same thing whenever we say we're choosing to stay in love. And she was like, what do you mean by choosing? Like, love is like a feeling. This is and that. To me, it was like when we decided to be together, and let's just say, you know, my friends are single at the time. Let's go hang out over here and go to this club. Let's do this every night. I choose to stay home with my husband and be here with him. I choose to, whenever we're fighting and we're having a disagreement and arguing, to not go off and try to seek something else because my husband and I are not on the same page. I'm choosing to stay here because I choose my marriage.
Right.
I choose my husband. I'm choosing to get therapy and get help and understand why we are having such disagreements. And right now we're just butting heads because I want to fight for my marriage. I want to fight for the love that we have.
Message.
Like, I'm choosing every time I'm doing this. Every single thing is a choice. And I don't think people really understand that, because I think this is what it helped me, because when I was in therapy learning how to get out of the depression, and I put quotation around depression because I understand it's real, but I also understand it's a choice.
Oh, come on, dog.
So that's why I'm saying, that's why I put quotation around depression.
I'm glad you said
real,
that.
but I also understand it's a choice. But I learned that going to therapy and staying in it and being consistently working on myself. So when I figured that out, when anybody that's been through depression and has made it out, or if you're going through it right now, I know right now you're feeling like you're just crippled. You can't move. In your mind, you're doing everything you can to be out of this. You're not asking to wake up like this. You don't want to be this gloomy. You don't want to feel this way. When I tell you I understand all of that, like you don't want to get out of bed. I understand all of that. But when you are working on getting out of it, and it starts by making the decision, making the choice to get out of bed that day and just take one foot in front of the other. You're choosing to be like, I don't want to stay here anymore. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do something different. Whenever your food doesn't taste good, you automatically do something. You either put salt and pepper on it. You try to cook it again. You're doing something to solve why you don't like that. Because you made the choice to be like, I can either eat this nasty food, or you can make a choice to throw it away, or you can make a choice to make it taste better so you can eat and be full. Or you can be that person where you throw your food away and wonder why you going to bed hungry, but you chose to do that.
Ooh.
You chose to throw that food away. You chose to stay in the situation that you're in. So that's why I'm saying, when it comes to your marriage and everything, y'all are going to hit bumps. Y'all are going to get on each other's nerves. Y'all are going to be like, I don't like you. Listen.
True.
I'm in my mind. I don't like him. I got so mad. We laughed about it yesterday because I was telling my sister how, you remember that time I got so mad at Rocky? I had walked off storming. I called her and I was crying. And I was like, I ain't crying because my feelings hurt. I'm crying because I ain't trying to cuss this mother just so out. I'm so pissed off. And I was just crying. But even at that moment, I knew that I needed that to just vent, because I knew my sister was just going to listen. She wasn't going to really be, because she understood I needed to vent, because I didn't want to do that to him. So me making the choice to do that with her and be like, okay, now I can go back home and have a conversation if I need to have a conversation with him. And it may be I just need to go home and I don't know, I'm still not ready.
That too.
That's okay.
That too.
But I know when I'm coming back, I'm making a choice to be very respectful no matter what.
Okay, boom. So that last little 10 seconds right there, gold. Because you gotta, when you hit those moments, you gotta calm down.
Oh yes, because it won't be pretty.
You gotta have your woosah moment. You got to, and if you think, okay, I'm ready now. You can come from a 10 down to a 7. You think you're ready? No, you're not. Get that 7 down to a 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then go have the conversation, because if you having that conversation even at a 3,
right,
man,
because it just starts taking a word or the way she looks or the way we
any
look.
little thing is gonna trigger that 3 to get to a 4, then a 5. Now you back up to a 10.
Right.
So that's rule number 1. And you know, she's right when it comes to liking each other. Like you can be in love, but when you stop liking each other, that's a problem.
Right, because you don't want to be around that person.
Oh man, you want to be. And we joke about it a lot. Like, I like being in like with her.
Right, right.
I know I love her, but I like to be in like with her. Like it's different, because if I don't like her, even when she's going through her times where she's frustrating me, that's a problem. Like I can deal with her, the things that she's doing that's frustrating me, because I like her. And it's just one of those moments. It's life. You got to go through it.
Because think about it. Y'all got family members y'all love, but y'all don't talk to. Why?
Because you don't like them.
Like, seriously. Y'all love them, and something really, really happened, you'll be there for them.
Right.
But you ain't trying. No, I don't want to invite them over to my
I'm
little
good.
party, and no, I don't want to go to their stuff. And there's a reason why for that, because you don't like them. And I think that's what you're saying, like letting them know, like.
And that's part of staying in love. That's one of the big differences of staying in love, is learning to really like your mate. Like, best friend, when you say this is my best friend, no, those are just words if you don't mean it.
Right.
Is this really your best friend? Or are you letting your girlfriend or your homie tell you stuff? Well, you shouldn't tell her that, or you shouldn't tell him that, because if you tell him that, then so you let all this outside influence.
Right.
Man, please, that's gonna bite you in the butt every single time, because something's gonna happen and it's gonna bring up whatever that situation is, and you're gonna be like, so why didn't you tell me?
Right.
When were you gonna tell me this?
Exactly.
And that's gonna open up a can of worms. After that, it's like, oh my goodness.
I learned that lesson a long time ago.
That trust goes straight boom.
Oh my God.
You're gonna be looking at your girl like this the whole time.
Right. I learned that a long time ago. And I didn't think it was a big deal, but I understood, like, after I did it and how bad it was, like, my bad. And like asking a guy friend, even though before, for like help versus like, okay, you got a whole man right here and you asked your guy friend.
What? And fellas, the same thing. Like, don't be asking your friend girl, about, is you crazy?
Don't
do it.
Don't
do it.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, I thought I was being considerate, like not bothering you about this. And it was just like, are you kidding me?
Nah, man, because look, we're going to get through this together.
Right.
Let's talk about it. We'll figure it out together. But yeah, that's...
Again, I learned. Okay, but that's part of staying in love. You start learning the stuff that you shouldn't and should do. Like, seriously. And that's what he means by learning each other.
Yeah.
You got to start learning, and so you can stay in love, because we're going to change as we get older. There's things that I used to do in the past that I don't do at all right now.
Yeah.
And I don't like it no more. I'm just in a different phase in my life. I might go back to that later on. But right now, I just don't want that.
I even hug people different. Like, I hug other women different.
Oh, I know. I know you do. What you mean? Shit, you said that like, what? The hell?
Fella,
He almost lost.
I don't care if this is your home girl and y'all been with the school since kindergarten.
Tell him.
Doggone it. When you get married, you get in your serious relationship,
You tell him.
and you run into the whole home girl, that's your friend. Like, y'all grew up together. That's really your homie. Hey, that doggone, what's up?
Uh-uh.
Don't you do it. That thing better be, what's up, homie? All right.
Right.
Everything good? Family good? You even give us some dap or something like that, all right?
I'm looking at him like, how you over here hugging? If her chest touch your chest, that is wrong. Y'all titties shouldn't be touching.
And ladies.
At all. I said it. I did. It should not be touching.
And ladies, none of this stuff when you talk to your homies.
Oh, my God.
No touching and then rubbing it. It's one thing to be like, all that little fun stuff.
But
like, all that little laugh. And you laugh and touch every time. Like, okay, it's one thing to laugh at somebody because they funny, but then it's the touch. Oh, you so stupid. Oh, you so crazy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't do that, ladies.
Don't do it because I did it. But I didn't take it as that, like, because I do that with women. I do it with everybody. Like, I don't do it, like, just with guys. Like, I could understand. Like, that's what I was trying to tell him where I was coming from. Like, I wasn't doing it just with guys. If it was a girl, I'd be like, girl, and I'll be like that with the girls.
Let me explain this.
like that.
Let me explain this. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying
Okay.
what I learned from you. And it was just like how he may take it and how others may perceive it. It doesn't look good.
So, look, I'm going to say this.
And I was like, you know what? You're right. I can respect that.
Some of y'all, what I'm about to say, some of y'all going to believe me and be like, okay, I can relate. I respect that. And some of y'all ain't going to believe me because you're going to be putting me in a category of, you just insecure. First of all, and this was something that she used to get mad at me because I was not insecure. And I never let anyone, I don't get jealous of another man.
No, he don't.
If she flirts with somebody, I'm not jealous of him. I'm disappointed in her.
I don't be, first of all,
Because
don't be like, if she flirts, like I be flirting like that all the time. Let's just get that correct.
Right.
I don't be flirting like if she flirts, like I do that every other day.
Right, but I just refuse.
You said right. Like, no, I don't. No, I don't.
I'm making an example here.
Oh, shit. Well, come make shit.
So,
put me out there.
I was about to make a point, doggone it.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. It was going to bring all this together, too.
It was, my bad.
Dang it, babe.
I'm sorry.
I'm about to bring this all the way back around.
What?
We were talking about, I said, doggone it.
You said my wife flirts.
If she flirts, I'm not gonna be mad at him. I'm gonna be
disappointed in her. Okay, so let's see, where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that. I'm pondering for a moment.
I'm sorry. It's gone.
It's gone.
Well, I don't be flirting like that no more because he has checked me, and he was like, "These guys be taking it the wrong way." And
That's
like,
it.
Okay.
Boom. Thank you, babe.
Oh, okay.
Now, the guys take it the wrong way. She can be leading them on to believe or to insinuate that, hey,
I didn't think I was.
Hey, if you pick up on this little hint, you pick up on this little energy, I'm throwing you some bait, then maybe they can be thinking that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can be like, this is just me. I don't mean nothing by whatever. I'm just I'm tripping. I mean, I'm laughing and hanging out like everybody else. But to the other person,
right? That's
signs of, is she flirting with me? Fella, same thing. Is he flirting with me?
Right.
Okay, all right. I'm picking up on the vibes. And then that can lead to something. You don't even go down that doggone road.
Exactly. You're right. And that's why I just say, okay, when I start putting my hands like this. Like, oh, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Because
she used to be a really touchy-feely person.
And back in my day, I was a flirt. I don't have a problem admitting to that. But I did not, like, when I got with him and we got serious, I wasn't like trying to flirt, and he was like, "You are flirting." And I'm like, "No, I'm not."
To the other person, you're flirting.
And then I realized, okay. And then like my friends was like, "Yeah, girl, you need to stop."
And then if the other person got a wife or a girlfriend, and she's doing all that in front of the wife or girlfriend,
first of all,
now the wife and girlfriend got a problem with her.
Wait,
and got a problem with the husband. Like, oh, you just gonna let her keep touching and rubbing on you like that? I guarantee you, those are some conversations that happens.
Wait a minute. First of all, I have never whenever a guy has his girlfriend or wife around, what do I do?
I'm not saying you do that, but I'm just saying what could happen. Now, she's never done that.
No, I better say
right.
no.
No, she's never
First
done
of all,
that.
I say no because I make it a point.
I've seen
anybody
people
that's been, especially guys and guy friends, I don't even stand next to my guy friends when they had their girlfriends or their wives. I'm always next to the wives. I'm right there with them. I'm talking to them. I'm not trying to be a part of nothing. No, I don't want nobody.
You have mastered that.
I don't do that. That's one thing I don't do. I don't cross them lines. I don't ever do. I don't do that.
Right.
I don't. So that's
No.
why I'm like, I've never been that way.
No, she's right about that. She has mastered that. But I've seen
Right. I would say not me.
Other
I don't
women.
do shit like that because I be ready to fight a hoe that do that shit in my face. I'm
Hey,
just
man.
saying. I'm about to think, don't put me in that category.
we've been in groups before
Right.
where the wife is, really
Exactly,
doing the
and I'd be
same
ready to
thing,
fight
just
that.
the touchy feeling, bumping into the guys and just kind of keep going. And then the wife of the person that she's doing all that to is kind of looking at like, okay. You know how y'all be giving
No, I already know because
Giving
I
it
was
an eye
ready to
like-
get one anyway one time when we was in Vegas when our daughter was playing on, what's his name, team? Oh, well, you know. One time she went to Vegas and she stayed in Circus and we had the little party. And there was another coach over there trying to get on the coach that was married. Hit the wife up because I don't play them games. I said, what do you want me to do? I was ready. Sure did. I don't play them games. I said, how you want to handle this because you ain't here yet. Like, I got you. Like, either way it go. And I was really serious. I don't play them games. You don't do that. No.
So on that note,
So.
we're going to go ahead and get ready to end the episode, but it's going somewhere
Okay.
we don't want it to go.
Exactly.
Thanks a lot for following and subscribing. Go tell a friend and tell a friend.
Bye.
And we'll see y'all on the next Perfect Pair podcast. Deuces.